residents and city leaders in Plymouth will have an opportunity this week to review new plans to redevelop the vacant Four Seasons Mall. Dominium Development wants to build affordable apartments, retail, and restaurants at the site off Highway 169 and Rockford Road. The public expressed concern that the previous plan was too dense, so the developer made a few changes. The new plan calls for 163 family housing units, 255 senior housing units, 23,000 square feet of retail space, and a parking ramp.
The truth behind it is you're always going to find people that like something and dislike something. I don't think this site's ever going to be perfect to everybody. I think the developer has taken some of the suggestions and lowered some of the height along Lancaster, increased the commercial. So I think they are going in a direction that will please more people.
Plymouth's Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on the issue Wednesday night. The City Council will formally review the plans and potentially take action on November 12th. The City of Brooklyn Park is taking steps to eliminate pet licenses. The city says fewer than 5% of animal owners actually go through the pet licensing process and that there is no enforcement of the ordinance either. Multiple cities are also moving away from issuing pet licenses. City staff say vaccination and identification was the main motivator for the original ordinance that was passed back in the early 1970s. This update would still have some requirements for pet owners.
The ordinance that we're proposing really focuses on identification tags and vaccinations, putting the onus back on the animal owner to do that, to be a responsible pet owner.
Pet owners found in violation could have their animals impounded. Maple Grove has already adopted a similar model. The ordinance still has to go through final approval on the City Council. The nonprofit CEAP is expanding its services to Brooklyn Park. CEAP, or Community Emergency Assistance Programs, is opening a second free food market in the Hunger Relief Center built by Second Harvest Heartland. The new location on Winnetka Avenue in Brooklyn Park will allow the nonprofit to serve more people.
We are here for our neighbors, and because we're funded by neighbors, it's really neighbors helping neighbors, whether that's a job loss or needing food or needing support, needing counseling, all kinds of reasons that you could reach out, and we're here to get you the resources you need.
CEAP's other location is in Brooklyn Center. The second location in Brooklyn Park will be open in the spring of 2020. Meanwhile, CEAP has a fundraising goal of $250,000. We have more information about that on our website, ccxmedia.org. We also found an inspiring story out at CEAP this week.
I think that it's constant growth, and that as I grow, I should also be giving back and reaching back and helping. So I think when we find those things, it's just little things that come up every day. And when we see that opportunity, we should seize it and go after it.
Profound wisdom there. Matthew Seawood lives in Brooklyn Park, and for his senior project at De La Salle High School, he wanted to collect 200 pounds of clothing for CEAP. He went far above that, bringing in more than 500 pounds of clothing.
We're at an amazing apartment complex that helped us pick up a lot of clothes. We knew that we could get down and do the dirty work week in and week out to make this a big thing.
It's great to have an example of a youth that is doing this, that is running it, that's coordinating it, dealing with all the logistics, all the marketing, and doing all of the work. And so now being able to tell his story, we hope we can inspire other youth to do the same.
This donation comes at the right time. CEAP says right now they need cold weather clothing and winter gear. This week's Standout student is doing something special at Brooklyn Center High School. Reporter Eric Nelson introduces us to Mariser Enrique Lopez, who is off to a stellar senior year.
Mariser Enrique Lopez juggles academics and athletics at Brooklyn Center High and is having success in both.
I joined the dance team in 9th grade, and last year I joined the cross-country team, and this year the volleyball team, and then in the spring track team.
She was recently exited out of ELD services, so that means that English is not her first language. So even with English not being her first language, she's doing amazing work.
Now a senior, Enrique Lopez has a 3.2 GPA and hopes to go to Augsburg next year. She is also an academic trailblazer in her family.
I'll also be the first one in my family to graduate from high school, and I'll be the first one to go to college.
Getting good grades is a top priority for Enrique Lopez, who excels in the classroom.
It's very important for me that I reach to get straight A's.
She is a ridiculously hard worker. She consistently did the best work, I think, in the class.
Enrique Lopez figures to have options when she graduates from college. She likes photography, or could wind up going down a much different path.
I hope that maybe I'll be able to work with animals.
Brooklyn Center High is a melting pot with students from all backgrounds, and this appeals to Enrique Lopez.
It's very diverse, and I feel very welcomed here because there's a lot of different cultures.
In Brooklyn Center, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
October is Fire Safety Month, and for the second year in a row, Plymouth Public Safety is combining education with fun at neighborhood fire stations.
We're allowed, to provide a good public safety message in a fun environment that's a safe environment as well. So the kids can come around, get candy from firefighters or other public safety personnel, and allows them to kind of have 2 trick-or-treats, really.
That's always a good thing. A variety of public safety departments are involved in this open house truck or treat that happened on Tuesday night at 3 area stations. We will leave you now with video from the Rockford Road location. And a reminder for you, of course, you can see more stories like this on our website, ccxmedia.org.
The final 4 teams left in the Section 5 3A volleyball tournament heading into Tuesday night semifinals have all had strong seasons. It made for a great doubleheader at Wayzata High School. 4-seed Osseo hoping to knock off top seed Wayzata in the first match, and it's an exciting one. Great digs on both sides of the net on this point, and Osseo's Allie Hinsey gets the block. She has a huge night, and the Orioles win the opening set 26-24. And they build a big lead in the set, too. Taylor Kwan's dig leads to a kill for Lindy Ochery. Osseo stuns Wayzata by grabbing an 18-9 lead. But Wayzata claws back in it. Elizabeth Helmick's strong attack ties the score at 26-all, and Wayzata pulls out a 28-26 win to even the match at 1-1. Wayzata keeps the momentum in the third. Kate Long's hit off the Osseo blockers for a point on the way to a 25-18 win. And the Trojans close it out in the fourth. Olivia Johnson sets it to Sophie Jesuits with a hammer. Wayzata survives a big challenge from Osseo. They win in 4 sets and advance to Thursday's final. Champlin Park and St. Michael-Albertville played in the second 5-3A semi Tuesday night. There was a lot of great defense in this match and a big comeback by one of the teams. Rebels looking to get a match closer to a 6th straight state tournament appearance. First set, the Rebels' Sammy Hilly sets the ball to Hannah Prasky, whose attack and kill gives Champlin Park a 12-3 lead. The Rebels roll in the first set. Jordan Stalpus with an ace serve late to make it 23-8. Champlin Park wins 25-10. The second set is much closer, but Champlin Park pulls it out late. Marley Hansen with the kill down the line on set point for a 28-26 win. Rebels are up 2-0. The Knights come back in the third set. Maya Kristovic with a great cut shot here for a point. STMH wins 25-21. After trailing much of the fourth, the Rebels look to win the set and the match right there on the hit by Michaela Henderson. But the line judge rules the ball was tipped. Another look at it, it appears the ball goes between the hands and arms of Jensen Lears and past Stalpus and out, but the call stands. STMA wins that point, and the next 2 to take the fourth set, and they win it in 5, carrying that momentum on. St. Michael-Albertville takes the 5th set. They win the match 3-2, and they will play Wayzata in the section final on Thursday. 2 local teams reached the semifinals in Section 6 3A. The Hopkins Royals were one of them. They faced the top seed Bloomington-Jefferson. Set 1 of this one, Stella Swenson hits the block for a Royals point. Cassie Sillig floats a hit over the Hopkins defenders, and Jefferson wins the first set 25-15. Set 2 is a battle. Shadir Tutt rips it for a kill, and that's 22-all. Lydia Nash answers with a big kill, giving the Jaguars a 25-24 lead. And Jefferson takes the set. Hopkins can't handle the serve by Tegan Polster. Jaguars win it 28-26. And the forces with the Jaguars early in set 3. Salle drops an ace serve in. They take control. The Royals do rally back. Cut with another big attack. Point, cutting the Jefferson lead to 20-13. But the Jaguars complete the sweep, 25-17 the final. The Hopkins season is over. Benilde St. Margaret's lost to St. Louis Park in the other semifinal. Totino Grace is the number 3 seed in Section 5 2A. That section had quarterfinal round matches Tuesday. Eagles at home against 6 seed De La Salle. Grace is on the right in set 1. Abigail Zier catches the Islanders off guard with a setter dump for a point. Eagles take a 10-3 lead. After De La Salle closes the gap, Totino Grace pulls away. Zier sets to Bryn Smith for the cross-court attack. Grace wins the opening set 25-18. Second set, the Eagles stay in control. Zier sets it back row for Riley Rios. She pounds it in for a kill and an 18-7 lead. Eagles take the second set 25-16 and the third 25-11. They'll play against second seed Rockford on Thursday.